How do you know astrology works? It's simple. Go and listen to the annual predictions of you and then go and check by the end of the year if those predictions have happened to you or not. If it happens and if it is very, very close to what has happened in your life, all of those various points, small pointers, then you know that that form of astrology really works. Okay. So I'm talking about the form of astrology which I call as the scientific astrology. Scientific astrology means what? Here we don't believe that, doing some puja, tantra, mantra, yantra or wearing a stone, will change anything in your life. Nothing in your life can be altered. Whatever is supposed to happen will happen to you. No astrologer, nobody can change your life. Okay. So what we can do is we can only know what are those various planetary positions which are in favor to you. So maximize them and look at all those planetary positions which are in challenging position to you and handle them and manage them. That is what you can do. Okay, that's what I'm going to ask you to do. And how are we going to do it this time? We're going to do it for the ascendant on the basis of ascendants. I'm going to be talking about the Cancer ascendant people. Okay, understand that this is ascendant, not sun sign or moon sign. How do you know your ascendant? Very simple. Go to greenstonelobo.com. There is a section called free horoscopes. Go and put in your details there, birth details, your time of birth will be required. Once you put that, then the horoscope will be generated. Under the planetary details, the first line you will see something mentioned as ascendant. Against that, you will see a zodiac sign mentioned. So that zodiac sign is your ascendant or the ascending zodiac sign. And if it is Cancer, then you are listening to the right video. Okay, so let's get started. So, Cancer ascendant people wouldn't have had a great couple of years in the last 2 years. Things would have been a little weaker because we had a weak planet in the first house. First house means personality. Personality means what? Two things. One is the body and the other is the your ability to do things. Okay, personality means what? How capable am I to do something? Both of those things or either of those two things would have been impacted in the last year and a half. You wouldn't have been able to, some people would have faced health issues. So if you faced some health issue in the last 1 year and a half, then the next 2 years, 2.5 years are also going to be like that. Especially in this year, there's going to be definitely some physical irritations can be there, which will also give you some mental unhappiness. A bit of a frustration can be there. Okay. And some of you people would have gone through issues in your career. First house means personality, so which means as a person you're not being able to do well, which means in your career you would have been stuck. You must be feeling that I'm not doing anything at all. Some of you would have even lost your source of income because it's the second lord is weak in the first house. Second house means money. So the money planet is weak in the first house means you're not able to make money. Some of you would have been in any work where you have to bring in the money or bring in sales. You are not been able to do that. So all of those money impact would have been there. That will also continue in this year. Okay. So these are the two major challenges, and one more challenge of course is Saturn. Your 7th lord was weak in the 8th house. Even now, right now also in this year also it's going to be weak. So 7th house is all about relationships. So either some of your people with whom you are in a relationship, they must have gone through some troubles, your closed ones, loved ones, okay, or generally your relationship wouldn't have been great in the last 1 year. In this year also it's going to continue. Okay. So these are the common challenges. Let's look at the positives for 2024. And now this in this segment, you need to look into your chart again, and you need to figure out the planets that I'm going to talk about. Chiron, Planet X, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. You need to look at them and see if they are in green color or in red color font. Okay, the font. I'm not talking about the red circles or the red square. Look at the font of the planets. If any of these planets are in green color, that means they are positive and they'll give you positive results. If any of these planets are in red color, then they're going to give you challenging results. Okay, simple as that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to talk about two planets. One is Neptune and the other one is Planet X. Planet X is going to be there in your 12th house. Okay, 12th house means foreign countries, and Neptune is going to be there in the 9th house. Okay, 9th house is international. So if any of you have Neptune and Planet X, both of them are in strong positions, and you are lucky because something to do with foreign countries can be of very good use to you. If you want to go abroad, if you want to study abroad, if you want to do any travel connected businesses, if you want to do anything international, import, export, all of those things are going to be very good. Okay. If any of you have a Neptune weak, then you may have challenges connected to some legal issues, or maybe something to do with foreign countries can be a trouble. Okay, some law change can impact your work, something like that. You may be unlucky in matters of education, things like that. So, and if your planet X is weak, then your 11th lord is weak. Okay, 11th house means business profits. So, if you have a planet X weak, that means you have a double whammy. One is your second house planet is weak, second house is money, and your 11th house planet is weak. 11th house means business profit. So, both those things are weak, means you have to be very careful. Planet X is weak. Anyways, there is another planet is weak, so be very careful in terms of money. You must have already lost a lot of money in the last couple of years. You may lose more money. All your investments, putting money into cryptos and equity and all of those things, you have to be very careful. Putting in any investment which is risky, avoid. Okay, and talking about Uranus is going to be there in your 10th house. Okay. And if you have a positive Uranus, then it's good news. You would already had a, like in career area, if you are especially connected to finance, technology, you've been doing decently well. It will continue to be so. Okay, it's going to be good. Okay, and if you have Pluto, which is very powerful in the chart, Pluto is your 7th lord, which is coming into your 9th house. Sorry, it's the 5th lord coming into 7th house. 5th house means what? Love, romance, and relationships. And that planet will be there in the 7th house. 7th house is the house of marriage. Okay, so Pluto is already there. So some of you would have already in the last 2 years after the pandemic, some of you would have got married. Some of them would be in some relationship, something positive happening in that area. Or if at all you are connected to anything to do with showbiz, TV, media, entertainment, then you're going to have a good time. If you are someone who is working with the government, then it can be a fantastic time. Keep doing good in that area. Finally, I want to tell you something very important. Okay, there is a planet called as the Chiron, which is going to be coming into your 10th house of career. Okay, now this is something very important. So and it's going to be coming somewhere in the April. So it may give you immediately impact, it may take some time to give you impact, but this planet is an important planet. And this one, if you have it positive in your chart, if it is in green color in your horoscope, then it is good time. Finally, you're going to have some positive news in your career. Despite you have a weak planet in the first house, even if you have a Uranus weak in the chart, but Chiron itself is positive, means it's going to give you good results. But if Chiron is strong, if your Uranus is strong, then there is going to be an additional impetus in your career, and your career will suddenly start looking good. Okay, so there is a very important transit happening in your 10th house of career, and this year can be the year which can give you that push. But if your Chiron is weak in the chart, then be very careful with your money, with your career. A lot of things can go wrong, and you have to be very careful. Okay, so that's it for the Cancer ascendant people. And every year is going to be a mixed bag. You'll have some of the things will go wrong, some of the things will go right, and it's all about managing the the peaks and the troughs of life. Okay, and you're not subscribed to the channel yet? Come on, man, what are you doing? You should do that. Consider subscribing, because this year is going to be a very interesting year. There are going to be a lot of political events happening. There are more than 40 countries going for elections. This is going to be the year of Euro. This is going to be the year of 2 cricket World Cups. Is it 2 or 3? Okay, and so many things happening. So it's going to be, and I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on financial astrology. Okay, so please do subscribe to this channel, so that we are going to be discussing on all the interesting events, and you would be one of those first few people to get notified.